We're hoping that every machinist out there gets exactly what they want in their stocking this year. We want to say thanks for tuning into our online content, and we hope we've helped with machine setup, tooling choices, automation improvements, and even the maintenance on your Haas machines. And here are some of our favorite highlights from videos in 2022.
Our roughing end mills. And when we took these parts out of the machine, we did not blow them off. We walked them straight from the machine.
Coolant can sometimes find its way into the HPU through the back of the coolant union. Clean chips from the coolant collector on a weekly basis. This will keep coolant return drain clear and prevent chips and coolant buildup.
Ultimately, it's about finding ways to get more machining hours out of each day. By having a pallet pool, you can make sure your machines are ready to run through breaks, lunches, and especially at the end of each shift.
One of the cool features of the UMC series models from Haas Automation is that they have this flat surface machined on the side of the tilting axis. This allows me to mount a self-centering vise here and use that to cut the sixth side of the part.
In this video, I'm excited to show you some ideas on how you can customize the Haas robot packages to the needs of your shop. You may be wondering a few things, like what types of stock can you pick up? How can you lay material out? And what are your options for picking the parts up or dropping them off?
The jaw rings cover chucks up to 12-inch diameter. And today we'll be using the 10-inch ring with some 10-inch short flat steel jaws on this ST25Y. The jaws are set in the correct position and tightened correctly. Let us clamp onto the jaw ring, and by the way, I have set the chuck pressure at 100 psi.
All right, now we're standing in front of an ST15Y lathe. When you first look at it, you might think it's just an ST15Y, what's the big deal? Well, we've got a parts catcher, we got a tailstock, but the big deal here, if you look closely, is this BMT45 turret. We've had the BMT65 turret on our larger frame lathes. Now, on all the ST10 and ST15 models, you'll be able to get a BMT45 turret.
So in order to turn this part on the lathe, we're going to need 3 tools. The first tool will be a roughing tool that'll do the first section of this part up to this part right here. The second one will rough out the middle section, right, and part of the back. And the third tool will be a finishing profile tool that will do the whole profile in one shot.
Clamping and unclamping the bar stock is as easy as moving this handle back and forth. On the machine side, you just need one more thing to get started. You need the power amplifier to supply motive force to the indexer motor, along with the wiring to send power and controlling signals from the control to the indexer.
This is where the ATP option can really save you some time. As long as you know you've got a linear wear rate on your insert, this allows your turning operation to continue part to part without having to stop periodically to make in-process checks of your part diameters and then make offset adjustments to compensate. That's all handled automatically.
Happy holidays from all of us here at Haas Automation.